Well, good morning, everybody out there. It's Friday. Yay! To me, that means it's almost like Christmas. Itchy nose syndrome. I just thought I'd come on here and say half-fast hello and wish everybody a wonderful weekend and hope that you're all enjoying, Carolyn, that you're enjoying wearing your flip-flops like I heard you say this morning, because we are having, I don't know what you call it. It's a snowstorm, but it's a slush storm, but it's big giant snowflakes that sort of, they don't melt, they just make a lot of slush. So it totally screwed up what I was going to put on my feet today, and I'm not wearing my Eskimo boots. You're not supposed to say Eskimo anymore. Anyway, whatever. And so we're having a lovely day today. It's about 1 degree. 1 degree? 1 degree. I don't understand this Celsius like I've said 1,000 times before. So I don't know. Anyways, it's bloody cold. Still wearing winter parkas. And I was going to tell you guys a really funny story that I had told to Jerry in an exchange on one of her. She was talking about makeup and how long it doesn't last and everything. So I think I'll tell you the funny story, even though I can't. Okay, I have an eyeliner. It's a double-ended eyeliner, and now it's about this big. One end is blue, the other end is brown. I guess, well, it's not really an eyeliner. It's what they used to put on your eyes. And this eyeliner goes back to 1982. So, of course, I put it in a safe place so that I could tell all you people, because Jerry got a real kick out of it. And you think I could find it? I have this habit of, I put things in great places, and I put them in such great places that I can't find them. And like most of you, I have kind of a lot of makeup, and to look for an eyeliner, which is about yay big. But anyways, the story is, in September, I think it was September 9th. No, it wasn't. No. It wasn't September 9th. That was it was probably in July of 1982. My dream came true, and I actually cut a record, and I was on the radio. They played my record twice. My whole family was all excited. Everybody was listening and everything else. And I thought, this was the beginning of my fantastic new famous life. And oh my God, I was up in heaven. And anyways, so things went on for a few months. And I was called Sue Jessie, Canada's Unknown Singer. And I was in magazines and everything else. But they kept using this picture. And this picture, I'm going to tell you about this picture that they used of me. And I have that somewhere in one of my portfolios, which I'll pull out and I'll show you. So, it was a Friday night, and I was going to be, not appearing because it was a radio station, I was going to be on a show called Montreal Tonight on CJAD with this hunky DJ, Jim McGraw. And I was going down there with my manager. So my manager, who lived off the island, he was picked up, and then they picked me up in this long stretch limo. And I was all gussied up. I remember I had on a black silk top with lines all over it and everything else. But that afternoon I had spent at a salon. And they gave me my first professional makeup job. It looked gorgeous. Now, back in the day, in the 80s, the style of makeup wasn't the same. And the blue was in on the eyes, but this woman really knew what she was doing, and I had the blue and the brown in the crease, and anyways, everything looked wonderful. She put She put false eyelashes on me, which I had worn forever in the 60s and 70s, but I hadn't worn them in years. She put false eyelashes on me. Then they did my hair. And back then the style was sort of the Farrah Fawcett feather look, and my hair was about yay long, and they feathered it, and it was just all layered and feathered, and it was beautiful. It was blonde and red, and God, I looked good. I looked really, really good for about 15 minutes. By the time the limo picked me up, I think it had to be the hottest, bloodiest, humidest night ever. I get into the limo. Hugh Dixon, my manager, took one look at me and said, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" I don't do well with humidity, especially my hair. When I had hair, my hair did not do well when it was humid. I just got absolutely soaking wet. The only place I ever perspired or glowed was my head. So my hair was sort of rivers of sweat. And all the little feathers had turned into little peaks, little wet peaks. So I had these little wet peaks sticking all over my head. And my hair was always very fine, but really thick at the time. So I had this fine, peaky hair. I looked like some kind of strange bird from another planet. And then the eye makeup started. By the time we got out of the limo and up to the studio at CJAD, by the time I sat down with Jim McGraw, and Hugh was there with his camera and everything, and the first thing Jim McGraw said to me was, because I worked in radio for quite a few years, and I said to him, "Geez, I really have missed working in radio." And he said to me, "Well, with this record coming out, you're never going to be working in radio again. You're going to become, I think you're going to become, a very popular singer in Canada. If not, anyway, it didn't happen because anyway, that's another story." So, meanwhile, he was saying to me, "Psst, do you have a Kleenex? Do you have a Kleenex?" And this guy, Jim McGraw, is sitting across from me, and Hugh keeps telling me to get a Kleenex. I didn't have a Kleenex. Or if I had one, I'd used it. I was a nervous wreck. I was never interviewed on any radio station other than when I worked on one in radio. I've certainly never been interviewed about a record I did, and they were going to play the record, and so I was a total nervous wreck. Plus, I was full of wet little alpine peaks all over my hair, and my eyes were shut closed because of the mascara, the eyeliner, the false eyelashes. One was sort of, it wasn't, you could almost say it was half off, and it was sort of stuck on the bottom of one eye. So I was like this, and it was like something in a Lucy show. And what I looked like some Asian Oriental person. And when they took the picture of me, I looked older in that picture than I am now, and I'm 67. And I was I was 34. I was 34 at the time. And this is the bloody picture that this idiot Hugh put in a couple of magazines. He thought it wasn't that bad. I just about died of mortification. There was two pictures. One was absolutely terrible. The other one was half as terrible. But the one, it didn't even look like me. It looked like some blousy woman who played bingo and had really, really tied one on. And this is what my publicity picture looked like. Unbelievable. And so I saved that eyeliner out of sentimental reasons, whether good or bad, because I always, after it was all over and everything, a couple of years later I laughed. At the time I didn't laugh. I was really upset. But so I wanted to show you guys the eyeliner, and I will, but I can't find it. So anyways, that's my story for today, and I'm sticking to it. So I just want to wish you all a wonderful, 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 wonderful weekend. I hope that you're not walking out into a slush storm. thus the sweater and everything else. I had all my clothes picked out. Thought I was going to be springy looking today, but nah. So I'm off to the Vampire Club, and just quickly, for those of you who don't know, my surgery was postponed until Thursday. That was the 5th time. And I lost it. I lost it when they told me last Friday. It took 3 nurses to hold me down in the chair because I was going to kill somebody. I really was. And they were holding me down, and one of the nurses was crying, and I said, I'm going down to that. I'm not going to say what I said to them that I was going to do to the doctor, who wasn't even in the building anyway. But anyways, I just said, I'm not going to let this spoil my weekend. I was really upset for about an hour or two, and then it kept coming back to me during the weekend. But anyways, it is definitely on Thursday. I don't know what time. I'm only going to know that the day before the surgery. The doctor actually called me, and it's all worked out great because I'm having the 2 doctors that I know that I trust. Well, I hope I trust them. And so everything works out for a reason. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hope the weather's better there. It rained here yesterday, and I thought it was going to melt the snow. It did somewhat. The building next door caught fire this week. What else happened? All kinds of little funny things. But that's it. I better get me RC going. So have a lovely time, and I'll speak to you all. And once again, thank you for all the well-wishing. And Kay, I'm really, really sorry about what happened to your sister. That was awful. And to the people that lost their little fuzzies, Carolyn and Heather, I'm really, really sorry. I know what that feels like. It's horrible. And there's one. If anybody, the one thing I haven't been doing for months is my nails, because when I go in, I can't have any nail polish on. So I've been giving my nails a rest, and I've always wanted to have nails like the acrylic nails. I can't afford to go to the salon and get it done. So, and I've seen people that put them on themselves, but they always seem to have problems. But there's a new gal on here. She wears a lot of wigs. Her name is, BellaBeautyInPink. You must have seen her. I think it's BellaBeautyInPink. And I'm not going to have time now to put the link, but she's absolutely beautiful. She's Italian. She buys, I don't know how many wigs this woman has, but she did a video the other day, and she's really good at editing on how to put on false nails, just the ones you buy at the drugstore. And what an amazing video. So as soon as I'm out and recovering, I'm going to do that to my nails. And I know how to do it just after looking at her video. I've seen a lot of people doing it, but the way she did it, oh my God. So try to watch that video. I think it's Bella Pretty in Pink. Okay. See you soon. Bye. Love you. Oh, I wonder if this thing came out. I wonder. I hope I get my voice back too. Okay, let's hit stop.